What's up, guys? Lee here, back with a Woke Us. So, I want to talk about this guy by the name of Zach Siegel. He is the president of the Republican Committee at Boston University. So, it's been reported, and I'm going to show you the video in a second, but he actually went out of his way to call ICE on a group of employees at a local car wash. And apparently, he called them several times until they came out and arrested these people. So take a look at the video, and after that, we'll get back into it.
Hatred. Zach Siegel is the president of the Boston University College Republicans. We talked to him in September after Charlie Kirk was killed. Siegel is now claiming on social media that he is the reason ICE showed up at an Alston car wash earlier this month and hauled off 9 employees. Siegel posting on X, "I've been calling ICE for months on end. This week they finally responded to my request to detain these criminals. As someone who lives in the neighborhood, I've seen how American jobs are being given away to those with no right to be here. Pump up the numbers."
It's frankly appalling to see somebody that's proud of destroying an entire family, an entire community. These people, all 9 of them, no criminal records at all yet. He's referring to them as criminals.
Todd Pomerleau is the attorney who represents the 9 detainees, 5 women and 4 men. He says Siegel, who was born in London and schooled in the UK, according to the BU Athletics website, certainly can exercise his First Amendment rights here in the U.S. But Pomerleau finds his arguments ironic.
He's talked about how these jobs are being taken by 9 people working at a car wash. Well, he's taking up a college student seat who's from America by his same rationale.
The 9 workers were detained on the morning of November 4th. Pomerleau says many of them do hold legal status and valid work permits that they were never given a chance to produce.
They were grabbed and thrown in a van, never given any opportunity to explain who they were, where they're from.
Zach Siegel did not return our request for an interview or comment. The BU student is an intern for Republican candidate for governor Brian Shortsleeve, a strategist for the campaign, telling us tonight, "We don't answer for anyone else's social media but our own, especially not a volunteer intern." Brian has been clear that he supports enforcing our laws, including our immigration laws, and he supports due process. Now, Todd Pomerleau says that 4 men are being detained, and they are in Plymouth. 4 of the women are being held in Vermont. The 5th is in Texas. He says at least 5 will have a bond hearing next week. We did reach out to Boston University for comment tonight and did not get a response.
So what's funny is Zach is actually from, I think he's from Europe, and he's, like I said, he wasn't born or anything like that. And the irony in somebody like him deciding that these people, based solely on the way they look, that they did not belong. And it's funny because, you know, I've seen so many videos like this online lately of people calling ICE or threatening to call ICE on people. And it's becoming the norm now. It's becoming like a normal threat from a certain section of people in this country right now. Delivery workers or DoorDash workers or, lawn workers. People working in the kitchens and fancy restaurants and everything. And someone gets pissed off or mad about what just happened, their interaction with that particular person. I've heard so many times, "I'm going to call ICE. You don't belong here." And unfortunately, a lot of times, those threats could actually, do some damage. I've seen and I've heard so many reports of people actually going out of their way to call ICE on people that they think don't belong here. And that's what we've come to in this country right now. People like Zach Siegel, who is most likely, a puppet for, the big orange guy in office right now, feels that he has to capitulate to that type of people and is going to go out of his way to make sure that people suffer. Look, we know all too often that anytime ICE comes out, they're coming out in unmarked vehicles, they're not identifying themselves, and they are forcibly detaining people, not giving them their due process. And these people disappear for hours, days, weeks, and months on end without their loved ones knowing exactly what's going on with them. That is one of the worst things that can happen to anybody. You know, there are videos out there, there are stories out there of people, daycare teachers being picked up at daycare by ICE. People going to their appointments to try to become legal citizens and being picked up by ICE. It happens all. This has become such a disastrous process that this administration is letting happen. That you know, it's there are reports of people actually deciding that they just want to go back home. They don't even want to become an American citizen anymore. And that's that's bad. That's bad because, you know, who's to say that the person that was gonna come here and become a citizen and wanted to be here wasn't gonna be the person that discovered the cure for cancer, or the person that, you know, in some way made some monumental scientific discovery because he was in the United States and he got that opportunity. We don't know what we're doing. To be diverse only makes us stronger as a country. You know, it makes us a better society and whole. You know, you diversify or you die. It's as simple as that. But we cannot allow these things to keep happening. We can't allow people like Zach Siegel the power to do what they're doing. And I've heard that of late that he's getting a lot of backlash now, and it's rightfully so. I don't advocate for violence or anything like that, but you know, if he's getting online backlash, people are telling him how they feel. That's their freedom of speech, and they should tell him. He should know that what he did is not okay, and he needs to be called. He needs to be called out for it. And I hope it keeps happening. I hope that he wakes up and has like one of the worst days, the worst weeks, because there are people that he called ICE on that are sitting in cells right now, and they don't have their loved ones around them. They don't have the chance to go to the restaurant like a person should. They don't get to eat decent food, but he does. And if he can be a little uncomfortable because of what he did, rightfully so. I have absolutely no remorse for him, because those are the type of people that make the world worse, and they're making this country worse. Anyway, guys, like I said, if you like my content and you like what I'm doing, please leave a like, share, and follow. Hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. Thank you again. I'll see you guys next time on They Woke Us.